Good evening, and I welcome you, students. Very important question answer session going on, and students asked me something about inorganic chemistry. Students, inorganic chemistry, we have given some lectures on physical chemistry, and let us see what we know about inorganic chemistry, student, which is in our course. We will continue to mix questions of different topics. Here we have p block elements, students, which are very important and they are in our course. Now how to answer questions based on inorganic chemistry. Inorganic chemistry, they will give you a question and we have to find the answer, reason for why this statement is correct. So we must understand the basic concepts which we have been discussing in the p block element, students, in group 15, group 16, 18, 17, 18. There are what we discuss, students, certain physical properties, atomic and physical properties we discuss, students. Sometimes occurrence is also important. There are atomic sizes, ionic sizes, ionization enthalpies, and various other important points, students. So we like to see, for example, if I say in our course, student, we have group 15 elements. Can you tell me, student, what are the elements which are there in group 15? What elements are present in group 15, students?
Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, and bismuth.
This belongs to group 15 means what, student? In general, if I say 15 minus 10, 5. What do I mean by 5, students? That there will be 5 electrons in the outer valence shell.
Outermost shell.
And the electron configuration, general electron configuration of the valence shell is represented by, students,
NS2, NP3.
NS2 and P3, students. And important thing, you already know how much molecular nitrogen is present in the atmosphere, students, and 2.
78%.
About 78% you have the nitrogen in the atmosphere and also in the earth crust, student. How it is present in the earth crust?
As nitrates like sodium nitrate, potassium nitrate.
Is the name of the sodium nitrate?
It's called child saltpeter.
This question has been asked in the paper. Let me tell you, what is child saltpeter, student? Child saltpeter. This is important. Important. 4 choices were given. What is the formula of the child saltpeter, students? What is the formula?
NaNO3.
NaNO3, student. And there is another saltpeter.
Indian saltpeter.
What is the formula of that?
Potassium nitrate, KNO3.
KNO3, student. So these are the nitrate, student. And also in proteins, plants and animals, you will get nitrogen is present, student. Nitrogen is present. And important points to note down when we will discuss the physical properties. You have seen, student, this is a highly electronegative element, and down the group what is happening, electronegativity is decreasing. And what happens to the metallic character?
Metallic character down the group increases.
Metallic character increases
Down the group.
down the group. Important point, students. And bismuth is almost metallic, as you know, metallic. So students, there will be questions based on atomic sizes, boiling points, melting points, and usually questions are also given on oxidation state, students. What are the common oxidation states of these group 15 elements?
It is +3, +5 and -3.
Because you have 5 electrons, 5 plus 3 will become 8 students. So -3 can be there, +3 can be there, and +5.
+5.
Interesting thing, the lower oxidation states, yeah, in fact, there is a variety of oxidation states, student, which are shown +1, 2, +2, +4 also. You know, nitrogen shows how many
Yes.
oxidation states. A variety of oxidation states are shown by nitrogen. Now, the important point to note, student, in this, when we discussed +3 and +5, you know, higher oxidation states will be exhibited with which elements? Those elements which are strongly oxidizing, like oxygen and fluorine. They are strongly oxidizing. They can oxidize, students. They are highly electronegative elements and lower oxidation states. So they will become more covalent. And here lower oxidation state, student, they are could be ionic because +3. And important point to note in the oxidation states was, what was that? As you go down the group, student, what is happening? You had +5 and +3 down the group. What was happening?
+5 decreases, +5 will decrease, and +3 increase.
The stability of +3 increases. What do we call this as?
Inert pair effect.
Important inert pair effect. Always one question will be there on this in the paper. We are aware of all these things, students. And you are aware of some multiple bond formation. What is a multiple bond, student? Where we were expecting more multiple bond formation. What we talked of, student? P-pi
multiple
bond.
bonds.
Which element has maximum tendency to form P-pi bond, students?
Nitrogen.
Important.
Nitrogen.
So nitrogen will show strong tendency to form P-pi bond. That is why the triple bond of nitrogen is highly stable. And the tendency to form P-pi bond will decrease with increase in size of the atoms. As the orbitals, nitrogen
large
has
and
2p
diffuse.
orbitals, and you will get more higher shell orbitals. What will happen, student? They will be more diffused and larger in size. Effective overlap is not possible. So what we see, students, there will be some properties based on this, students. And some catenation will also be there. What we see in what type of catenation we see, students, in these compounds? What is catenation, students? Question is asked in every group on catenation.
Catenation is the tendency to form bonds with itself.
Element which can form bond with itself. Why will they form bonds with themselves, students? If the bond is stable, if the bond is stable, student, then they can form. If the bond is not stable, they cannot form. It is clear. So which will show catenation? You know, you have N2 but P4. So what is happening here? Catenation is shown, students. And student, there will be hydrides, students, of group 15. They are very important. And a question is definite from the hydrides. We are aware of it now. When I say it will be there, it will be there. You will experience it in one of the forms. There could be melting points, boiling point, basicity, bond angles, all these type of questions, student, could be there. Boiling points, melting points. They may ask you to arrange them in ascending or descending order. Some questions are based on that, student. Basicity of these hydrides. Hydrides are very important, student. Hydrides are very important compounds which will be asked in the paper. Then you are aware of their halides, what they form, student. Pentahalides and trihalides are very common, which will form pentahalides, which will form trihalides. And you have nitrogen gas, student. The preparation of nitrogen gas could be asked, students, to you. How to prepare nitrogen gas in the laboratory. and how to get pure nitrogen. How do you get pure nitrogen gas, students?
By thermal decomposition of barium azide or sodium azide.
So these are some of the ways we can prepare the nitrogen gas. Questions could be there in the exam, students. An important compound is ammonia, students. And H3 is important. What is the importance of NH3? It is used to make large number of fertilizer, students. And you are aware of the Haber's process, which is so well discussed in so many books, student. Is important. This is important compound. And then some properties of the nitrogen, highly soluble in water and basic solution is formed, and ammonia is forming complex with copper. You know about it with silver, students. And certain tests and detection is also known. Ammonium salts are also known to you, students. Ammonium chloride, ammonium sulfate, and ammonia acting as a Lewis base. There are oxides of nitrogen, student, which are important because nitrogen shows oxidation states from +1 to +2 to +3 to +4 to +5. Very interesting that nitrogen can form such oxidation state. And the structures of these oxides of nitrogen and colors of these oxides of nitrogen are important, student. Which gas is brown in color, student? Important. Colors are important, as we discussed in the chapter of potassium dichromate, potassium permanganate. Also, questions could be given in the form of paragraph, students. And we should be aware when colorless to color changes, student. What happens? What happens, student? Brown gas is there, it becomes
NO2.
colorless. Brown gas
Eh.
on cooling become colorless. What it is he's trying to tell you, student? NO2.
NO2 gas.
NO2 gas is brown in color, and if it dimerizes, what will happen, student? Dimerize.
N2O4. It will colorless solid or
N2O4.
liquid.
N2O4 is colorless, student. Interesting. Brown to colorless. These could become a question because color changes are very important in chemistry, and oxidation number is changing, then their oxidizing power is changing or reducing power is changing. All this become question in inorganic chemistry. So we are should be aware of when we talk of inorganic, what type of trends could be there. And then they discuss a lot about nitric acid. And when they discuss nitric acid, because it is very, very important, student, the structure of nitric acid and the reactions of nitric acid with copper and zinc, student, important to write these reaction. They will ask you repeatedly. Reaction of copper with, there is a dilute HNO3 and concentrated HNO3. So what type of gases are evolved, student, with concentrated nitric acid? If I react copper with concentrated, which gas is evolved, student?
Copper with concentrated will give you NO2.
So we know the color of the gas which is there, student.
Brown.
And when copper will react with dilute, you will get which gas, students?
With dilute, we will get NO.
So you are getting nitrates and some gases depending on whether you are using concentrated or dilute type of acid, student. All these you are aware of Brown ring test, student, in chemistry. Brown ring test is the test done for which? Tell me, Brown ring test is done for which test? What we test with Brown ring test, students?
It is used to test the presence of nitrate in the solution.
Okay, NO3 minus. What is the formula of the brown color which is obtained, student? A formula was asked in the paper.
Fe H2O whole, it was whole 5, and NO whole 2 plus.
That formula is given in the book, but there is something here because we will explain later on, not now. Now, what happens, student? When we talk the phosphorus, you have allotropes of phosphorus. What are the two main allotropes of phosphorus and their differences in their structure, student? White
White phosphorus and red phosphorus.
and red phosphorus. So phosphorus is existing as P4, and the difference is which is more reactive, student? And why this question has been put up many times to the students?
White phosphorus is more reactive
What is the reason for that, students?
because it is less stable.
Less stable. What is the reason for the less stability? It exists as
Because
discrete P4, lot of angle strain will be there.
yes, sir, angles.
And phosphine is important gas. Its preparation and reaction of phosphine with sodium hydroxide reaction of phosphines are also important, and the preparation of phosphine is important, student. All these things will be there when we will be discussing the questions based on NCRT. And the important point is oxo acid, student. Oxo acids of phosphorus are very, very important. And this one question is 100% coming on this oxo acids of phosphorus. The problem is that, see, there are so many oxo acids of phosphorus, and even their structure and name, and remembering the name of all this is really difficult. And we have to be sure that we study the table which is given in the book, student. Oxo acids of phosphorus, their structure and basicity and other things will be important for the paper. Very, very important, students. Whatever they call hypophosphorus acid, orthophosphorus, orthopyrophosphorus, hypophosphoric acid, and their structure and their formulas, oxidation number of the phosphorus, hybridization of the phosphorus. Our question is there in this oxo acids, and students will have to work hard to know these. These are some of the favorite things which will be there in what I said, group 15. So here is a map of group 15 students in our mind, when we go for exam. Minimum, this should be learned by all the students.
Yes,
if they
sir.
are going to answer questions in inorganic chemistry now. So we want to give you different topics, different things, different type of questions, and revision through question answer sessions. Revision is done by question answer sessions so that you can get what type of questions are coming, how do we answer them, and what type of variations are there in the question, student, what type of possibilities are there. And therefore, students, let us see what I'm talking about. So if I have to see MCQ questions in organic chemistry, students, CBSE 12th for 2021, what is possible? What can happen? What type of questions can be there, student? All right. The first question is on the screen, students. What it says, student, what is the question? Dekho, I always say that students should read the question very, very carefully before they answer, because if we read very carefully, we will be able to answer it, and we will here our main purpose is to revise the course through question answer sessions. Which of the following statement is not correct? So I am putting not correct, student, he's saying. For the nitrogen. What is our answer? Let us see the four possibilities. D orbitals are available for funding. Its electronegativity is very high. It is a typical non-metal. Its molecular size is small, students.
The wrong statement is d orbitals are available for bonding.
Interesting thing, when I read all the four, student, we know nitrogen has small size. Dekho, this is a revision of the course. This is true.
Yes, sir.
It is a non-metal. If a question is given whether nitrogen is a metal or a non-metal, this question, see how many answers can be there, and questions variety. That is also true. It is electronegativity high. Nitrogen is highly electronegative. That is also true, student. So here we have to read it very carefully, which statement is correct or not correct. Some trick could be there, some confusion could be there. So first, d orbitals are available. No. What is the atomic number of nitrogen? 7.
7.
1s2, 2s2, 2p, 3. Only n is equal to 2. Second shell n equal to 2, it has only 2s and 2p orbitals. There is no d orbital. No d orbital, students. There is no d subshell or d orbital or subshell. We understand each and every word, student, before we answer any question. Take time, take time. Here is a purpose of learning, not rattabaji. We're not doing mugging or anything. Question number 2 says, collectively the elements of group 15 are called. Group 15 element. What happens, student? There are certain Greek words which have been used.
Yes.
Lot of family wise, we will see Greek words have been used, student, as their common names. So what is the answer here, students?
For group
Pinocgens,
15,
Nicopen, Pinecopens, none of these.
P nictogens. None of these.
None of these.
It should be P nictogens. T also comes in between.
This is not correct. P.
NICTO. There's a spelling mistake.
NICTO,
Yes, sir.
NICOPN, Nicopens. Then none of these.
Yes, sir.
What is the correct answer?
P nictogens. PNICTO.
These are Greek words actually. They are derived from certain Greek letters. Based on this is based on the behavior of the properties of some nitrogen. Nitrogen has got certain properties, which is the meaning of the Greek word of that. Usually some properties were studied, student, and then they gave the names according to that. Third question is coming, student. Which one of the following element is most metallic?
Bismuth, arsenic, phosphorus. Bismuth.
What is the nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic,
Arsenic,
antimony, bismuth?
bismuth.
We said metallic character increases
This
down
is
the group.
so bismuth.
Metallic character. Why the metallic character increases down the group?
Due to the increase in the number of shells, the nuclear force decreases.
So what we are saying, increase in atomic size. As the size increases, what will happen, students? The metallic character will increase. So the answer will be Bi. Every question could lead to many more questions. So we should be aware of it. The reason is very important. Inorganic chemistry means answer with reason. Answer with reason, because in the exam, student, MCQ question doesn't need that. MCQ question doesn't need that, but questions put otherwise. Same question could be put in many different forms in the paper. Then we have to give the correct answer with reason. What they will ask you? Correct answer, half marks, and reason, half marks. This is how the inorganic chemistry goes if direct questions are given. Why bismuth is most metallic? If the question is which is most metallic of the group 15, not MCQ, then we have to say bismuth and the reason. Both have to be given. Questions could be put in many ways and many forms. Next question, students. The boiling and melting point, what it says, which of the following, student, which of the following, question 4 is coming on the screen. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Incorrect for group 15 elements. Boiling and melting point increases from top to bottom. Dinitrogen is gas where other are solids. All statements are correct. The order of ionization enthalpy is 1H. This is 1, second, third. What is the correct answer here?
All statements are correct.
All statements are correct. What are the boiling and melting points of the group 15 elements? Are they increasing or decreasing?
Uh,
These are talking
is
about
not
elements, not the compounds. Question. Which are the following incorrect for group 15 students? He is talking of the elements.
A will be incorrect.
We have
A
to
will
read
be
question very carefully whether what is the element. Here it is element, not any compound, not any hydride or anything. Nothing has been given, students. So you have nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, and bismuth, students. So the melting point increases from top to bottom. The reverse. This is the incorrect statement. Next question is coming, student. Which of the following group 15 element form metallic bonds in elemental state? Metallic bond. Metallic bond, students.
it should be bismuth.
Metallic bond. You know, as we go down the group, metallic character is increasing. Bismuth is metallic. The top you have non-metallic elements. So metal will form metallic bond in the elemental form. So the bismuth in the element form, in the elemental state, bismuth will form metallic bond. So the elemental state, which one? Bismuth. Okay. Be careful. We have to read the question carefully because sometimes the question looks very easy, but the three important oxidation states of phosphorus are phosphorus, student. What is the atomic number of phosphorus? 15.
15.
3s2, 3p3, that is the outermost. So what are the three important oxidation states of phosphorus?
It should be -3, +3, and +5. A
-3
option.
should be there, +3 and +5.
A option.
You know what is PCl5, PCl3, and where you see, give me example of -3.
-3 is pH3.
pH3, this is +1, then this is -3. So we have to learn each and every point, student. Three important oxidation states of phosphorus. Then only one possible answer is that A, -3, +3, and +5. And we have given an example. In the paper, they may ask you give an example of compound in which phosphorus shows -3 oxidation state, student? Such a question has been put up in the paper. Okay. Because a question, what I am talking can be changed. Always I am saying, so we should be flexible and should be ready to answer any question. Next question. Okay. Next question. That was the previous question, student. This was number 6. Question number 7 is coming on the screen. Student, nitrogen is a relatively inactive element. One or more answer may be correct. We have to be careful, student, in a given question. Dissociation energy of molecule is high. Electronegativity is high. It has low atomic radius. Its atom has stable electronic configuration. What is the answer here, student? Nitrogen is inactive element because
Dissociation energy of its molecule is very high.
nitrogen is existing as a triple bond, student. What is the order of this bond energy? This is very high value in kilojoule per mole they have given in the books. And that is the reason you are inhaling air which contains 78% of the nitrogen. It is not attacking any of my body parts, students, or we will be just gone. So dissociation energy is high. Electronegativity high is true, but it is not the answer for this question. Low atomic radius is also true, but not the configuration. It has stable, that is not correct. It doesn't have any stable configuration. Electron configuration. What is the electron configuration? 2s2, 2p3. Okay. I've tried to read each and every statement because each and every statement will give me revision of something this chapter. The chapter is revised by each and every line which we are writing. Which of the following has highest p-pi p-pi bonding tendency, students? We are talking a lot about this and question will be asked on this. What is a p-pi p-pi bond, student? What is a p-pi p-pi bond? What is the nitrogen, student? 1s2, 2s2, 2p3.
Three.
What will happen? This is the one, 2s and 2p. 2p. So what happens if I have another nitrogen? Nitrogen 1. There's another nitrogen. Okay?
Yes.
I'm putting this like this. 2s, 2p. So what will happen? One, the 2p orbitals are small in size. You have seen the shapes of the 2p orbitals.
Yes, sir.
How many? There are 3 2p orbitals we have shown you, student. So one. So what will happen, student? Once when one will form a sigma bond, then the rest two will form
Pi bond.
pi bond. So what type of pi bond is this? P pi,
P pi bond.
P pi, P pi.
So nitrogen.
So nitrogen has a small size and 2p orbitals. Okay. So there is a effective overlap. If the overlap is weak, student, what will happen? Then it will not form very strong pi or tendency to form p pi bond. So, and what will happen if you go down nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony? This which orbital I used here? 2p. Here, what you have? 3p, 4p, and 5p. What will happen? 5p orbitals will be much larger in size than the 2p, students. Now, who gives the size of these p orbitals? Schrödinger's wave equation. They calculate that values from there. And that pi v is like this, student, very long. So what will happen? Then they will be farther away and the overlap will be very poor. Overlap will be poor, so that type of bonding is not possible. Got the point? What we are trying to
Yes,
say?
sir.
So the smaller these orbitals, the more effective is the overlap, student. And as they become larger and away from each other, what will happen? The effective overlap is not possible. Therefore, it will be very, very low type of bonding, which is not going to give any results. Okay, we try to understand everything. Our point is to understand and think before we answer a question. Pick out the wrong statement. He's saying wrong. Catenation tendency is higher in nitrogen when compared with other elements of the same group. Nitrogen has highest first ionization enthalpy when compared with other elements of the same group. Bismuth form metallic bonds in elemental state. None of these.
The wrong statement here is catenation tendency is higher in nitrogen. The first one is wrong.
Okay. Nitrogen doesn't have catenation tendency. That question has been asked in the paper. Why nitrogen does not have catenation? What is our answer then?
This is because of the high interelectronic repulsion of the non-bonding electrons because of the small bond length of nitrogen.
We have also shown very important point here. That is it is also forming strong p pi bond. You can see that. Multiple bonds. It forms multiple bond with itself and it becomes stable and two triple bond. That is correct. It has a higher first ionization enthalpy and metallic bismuth forms elemental. So all this revision of inorganic chemistry, students. What was that? Question number 9. We did it. Question number 10 is coming, student. Nitrogen forms N2, but phosphorus is converted into P4 from P. The reason is, what is the reason, student? P pi bonding weak, P pi bonding strong, multiple bond is formed, triple bond is present between phosphorus atom. What answer we will give in this case, students?
It should be p-pi bond is strong.
In phosphorus, where is P pi bond? What is the question? He's saying, but phosphorus is converted into P4 from P.
From P.
Why the phosphorus is converted? The question is related with phosphorus, students. The triple bond is present in phosphorus? No. Multiple bond is formed easily? No. Then only thing is that p-pi bonding is weak in the case of the phosphorus. If it would have been strong, it would be forming student multiple bond.
Yeah.
It will form multiple bond, then it will not do catenation. It will not do catenation as it is doing in P4 students. The same thing we told in the previous type of question also. These questions are interrelated in many ways. Once we understand, it is easy to answer. Without understanding inorganic, there are experimental facts, students, which are put before us, and we have to find a valid and a explanation for that. There is no exception, otherwise that also explanation exists for every exception also. So how will we find the explanation, student? Whatever we have learned from the physical and atomic properties, I will try to give a explanation based on that. That means those students who read it properly, and we will be decoding each and every word, each and every line of the books of the inorganic chemistry students, so that we understand and are able to give a correct explanation for the facts. It is all about correct explanations, as you can see. It will become very scoring, otherwise we will not be able to get any marks. Two sides are there. Those who are just guessing, they see nothing. A lot of students have asked me, sir, inorganic, oh, we don't know anything about that. So what I am trying now to come out with some questions and explain with some basic concepts, so that we become stronger in every part, organic, inorganic, physical. All the three are important. Next question is coming. What causes nitrogen to be chemically inert? Why should anything be inert, student? Same question.
High bond energy.
High bond energy, as we are saying, you already know so much about it now. It is a triple bond, student. I think the bond enthalpy is very high. How much? 746 kilojoule per mole, or high value is there. High value is there. Some you can check the correct bond value energy, which gives us more knowledge and information. High bond energy, students. Absence of bond polarity, multiple bond formation. And multiple bond formation is correct, but that is not the reason for this. There are compounds with multiple bonds, student. You have seen organic chemistry, and they are reacting. They will react. You have seen that reaction. Okay. Next question is coming, students. Among the 15 group elements, as we move from nitrogen to bismuth, the pentavalency becomes less pronounced and trivalency becomes more pronounced due to
inert pair effect.
This we have discussed repeatedly. What is inert pair effect, student? Question was asked, what is inert pair effect? What is inert pair effect?
As we go down the group, the stability of +3 oxidation state will increase.
That we are already saying it will increase. I am saying, what is inert pair effect? What is the reason for the inert pair effect, student? As you go down the group, you have nitrogen, you have phosphorus, you have arsenic, you have antimony. As you go from antimony, as you move from nitrogen to bismuth, he is saying, what happens if you see the electronic configuration? Which effect is there? There's a d filled orbital and f orbital, student.
Yes, sir.
What is that called?
Filling
D
of
effect.
D effect.
And f, when they will be completely filled, student, what happens? The screening of the D and F is poor. Poor screening as you move from antiminute to when 4F is completely filled, student. Poor screening of the 4F orbital electrons because these are diffused and larger in size. What happens then? The nucleus will attract the outer electron more strongly towards itself. What is the result? NS2, NP3. These outer electrons will be attracted more strongly by the nucleus, student. And what is the result? Due to the incomplete shielding or poor shielding, once this is strongly attracted by the nucleus, it will not take part in the chemical bonding, students, because more energy will be
Okay.
required to use them. They strongly attracted by the nucleus, therefore it becomes inert.
Okay.
And once it becomes inert, it will not participate in bonding. These NS2 electrons, they are strongly attracted by the nucleus. The effective nuclear charge
Mm.
becomes stronger. Strongly attracted by the nucleus. Z effective is more. Therefore, they do not participate in bonding. They become inert. That is what we mean by inert. Inert means they are not participating in the bonding, students.
Okay.
We must be able to understand each and every word. That is our point here. How many questions you are doing? Okay. Next question is coming on the screen, students. Pentavalence in phosphorus is more stable when compared to that of nitrogen, even they belong to the same group, student. What happens?
Due to the presence of vacant d orbitals in phosphorus.
Okay. Due to presence of vacant d orbital, reactivity of phosphorus, inert nature of nitrogen, dissimilar electron. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. So you already know phosphorus 3s2 3p3, and you also have 3d0 students available. If required, 3s 3p 1 2 3 4 3d. So what will happen? This electron can be excited, student, to the 3d vacant 3d. So energy is required, but when the compounds are formed, they provide energy for this. Why? Because everything is energy, students. They will give energy, and then more lowering of energy takes place. When, what do you mean by stability? Stability means lower energy state. So the lower the energy of any substance, more stable it is, students. So all the things are happening to go to more and more stable state, student. And in thermodynamics, we are saying that the lower energy state is more stable. Lower energy state is more stable. That is why the hybridization takes place. Otherwise, why would they hybridize, students? So hybridization, more effective overlap, then more lowering of energy and more stable compounds are formed. And that is the reason everything is happening.
Okay.
Okay. Which one has the lowest boiling point, student?
Lowest boiling point pH3, SpH3, NH3, NH3. Lowest boiling point pH3.
Did we talk of hydrides? I said the questions are coming on hydrides of group 15. One question will be there in the paper, very important. What are the hydrides? NH3,
pH3,
nitrogen, phosphorus,
arsenic,
arsenic,
ASH3,
antimony,
SbH3,
and
BiH3.
BiH3. Student, what is happening to the boiling points?
Boiling points, they do not show regular, like NH3 has high boiling point.
Well, that is exceptional reason. That reason we already know, because of the high electronegativity of nitrogen. There is a hydrogen bond.
Then from pH3, it will go on increasing down the group.
So it increases down the group, but then nitromonium is having higher boiling point because of the
Hydrogen bonding.
strong hydrogen bonds between the due to high electronegativity of the nitrogen. NH bond. This can form hydrogen bond, student, and it is increasing down the group. So the lowest will be
pH3.
lowest boiling point. And they have asked many times the order of these boiling points. So we should be careful and check the tables, student, in the book. One question is coming on hydrides of the group 15 always. Because there are many questions possible from this.
Okay.
Hydrides of group 15, I'm saying. Next question is coming, student. Most acidic oxide among the following is. Acidity question is always coming. Acidity, basicity question, amphoteric question, student, in chemistry. We are aware of these terms. 1, 2, 3, student. This should be learnt very properly, as there will be plenty of questions on that. So which oxides are acidic and which oxides are basic in general? That is our question.
The metallic oxides are basic and non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature.
Acidic oxide will be formed by
Non-metals.
non-metals. Certain things we learn, it becomes easy. Basic oxides will be formed by
Metals.
metallic elements. And therefore, here what we are expecting, student?
Here it should be N2O5. Most acidic.
Nitrogen is here most non-metallic element. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Most non-metallic. And then there are two compounds of the nitrogen here they have given. N2O5 and N2O4. So how will we decide out of these two compounds, students? Every question needs thinking and must know the reason. I said inorganic is all about the correct explanations and reasons of the facts, factual information given to us. Information they are giving based on experimental information is given on facts, and we have to explain it. If you can explain it, then all questions are right in the paper. And how you can explain it if you don't understand? That is our point. Here we are trying to decode everything and explain to you each and every word, so that students, you can understand what is all about inorganic chemistry, students. What will you look into these two, students?
Oxidation state of nitrogen.
What is the oxidation state of nitrogen here?
In N2O5, it is +5. In N2O4, it is +4.
+5. N2O4 +4, student.
+4.
Then which will be more acidic, +5 or +4?
+5.
Why? Higher the oxidation number, one more thing I'm writing. Higher the oxidation number, student, then what will happen? General rule we are saying, there could be some exceptions everywhere. So what will happen, student? Higher the oxidation number, then more electron it
More.
can gain. What is the Lewis acid? He said ki gain of electron. More positive, then more tendency to gain electron. Therefore, then it will become more acidic. N2O5 will be more acidic than N2O4. If a question is given only on this, I can say N2O5 is more acidic than N2O4. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So I can decide on the basis of oxidation number, student. Higher the oxidation number, more positive is the charge on that student, more is the tendency to attract the electron, students. And that ends up the important questions of the inorganic chemistry. We'll continue more about it in our next lectures. Physical, organic, all types of questions are going to be discussed, students, in every lecture, so as to get the concepts crystal clear. These questions
Okay.
have been asked in NEET paper also, which we have given. So we'll see you in the next class.
Okay, sir.